Dear cadets, a very good morning to you all. How are you? I hope all of you are fine at your sweet home with your near and dear ones. I also hope that you all are safe and sound and no one is affected by corona. Cadets, after a long period of time, I'm going to take class with you. Before starting our class, I'd like to tell you, you must keep maintaining social distance. And you can see how different people maintain their social distance in this way. Today, you'll be taught on the topic environment and nature. Here, you need to know what your learning outcome is. That is, after the lesson, what you will be able to learn. First of all, and most importantly, you will be able to grasp new vocabularies. You will be able to extract the theme of the lesson. You will be able to understand the negative impact of dying rivers. Dear cadets, because today our topic is river and which goes under the main topic environment and nature. Because river is a part of environment and nature, right? And finally, you will be able to get enriched with reading skill because you have to read this, right? And one learning outcome is silent here, that you'll be able to get enriched with listening skill because you have to listen to the lecture very attentively and carefully. Now, dear cadets, before reading the passage, let's read the 4 lines of the poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Okay, this poet wrote a poem, and in that poem, the negative impact of polluted river is given. That is, by reading the lines of the poem, you will be able to know how water can come of no use if it is polluted or contaminated. It can be there is much water, but it is polluted or it is saline, it is full of salt. You cannot drink it. So you have to keep thirsty, right? So let's read. It's a very melancholic line or melancholic tone is lying here. See, water, water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. Dear all, see the sad tone underlying in these 4 lines. You see everywhere there is water, but all the boards did shrink. Boards means here ship or boat. But as that was in a sea, so that is boat cannot be moved in a sea. There are ships. Okay, so you see the paradox. You know what paradox is? Okay, paradox is contradictory statement. So here you see everywhere there is water, but all the boards did shrink. And there was everywhere water, but no one could drink even a single drop. So see the pathos here, see the paradox here. Now let's connect with this. We will connect these 4 lines with the passage, that is, the sad tone is lying in both the poem and the passage. How our river, the Buriganga, is dying, and we cannot drink a single drop of water from there without purifying. Even after purifying, we are not sure whether it is pure or not, because we ourselves are polluting it by throwing garbage or throwing the waste products of the tannery. So let's read out. Coleridge's poem, A Ballad, narrates the harrowing sea voyage of an old mariner who at one point of his journey didn't have any water to drink because of a curse. Okay, the ancient mariner had a curse, and that's why all the water got polluted and he couldn't drink even a single drop of water. Ballad means just, in Bangla, ballad means gatha. That is, ballad is also a kind of poem. Now see, cursed or not, we know how important drinking water is in our life. And you know that the other name of water is life, right? We know we cannot survive without it. In fact, 2/3 of our body is made up of water. Not for nothing is it said that the other name of water is life. Yeah, I have already told it. Is there a crisis in our time with regard to access to clean drinking water? The United Nations, in a meeting on the eve of the new millennium, identified the drinking water problem as one of the challenges for the future. You see, the United Nations has also found out this problem. And what do you mean by on the eve of? This is a phrase. On the eve of means at the beginning. Now see, but do we need to worry about the problem as ours is a land of rivers and we have plenty of rainfall? Dear cadets, you might think the United Nations is thinking about the whole world. And in the whole world, there are deserts, there are ocean, there is saline water, but our country is a riverine one. So we will not face any problem with water. But dear all, we must face problem because we ourselves pollute our water. We pollute the river, we pollute the pond by throwing garbage, by that is bathing our livestock and so many things, right? We are not careful, we are not cautious regarding saving our water. Now see, besides, we have a sea in our backyard too. We might also think that in our backyard we have the Bay of Bengal. So how will we face the crisis of water? One of the sources of water in our country are the rivers. Okay, you all know this. Rivers are everywhere in our life, literature, economy, and culture. Because in our life, river is mandatory because we need water. That is known to us. In literature, that is in Bangla literature, we see river in almost all the poems or novels or anywhere. And economy, our economy is mostly dependent on river because waterway is a great way, and this is almost free of cost, right? No, it's not that it is totally free of cost, but it is of less cost. That's why you can tell that it is almost free of cost. The ships or the boats can move or can be driven through waterway. And culture, our culture is, it is just intricately related with river, right? Okay, but are the rivers in good shape? No. The answer will be no, because the rivers once were are no more in the same shape now. It has been dying and dying. And most of the rivers have been turned into just canal. Unfortunately, they are not. See, a few are already dead and several are going through the pangs of death. You know what the meaning of pangs is? Pangs means pain or pathos. The river Buriganga is an example of a dying river. A report published in the Daily Sun describes what has happened to the river Buriganga and why. Its water is polluted and a perpetual stench fills the air around it. Now, dear cadets, what do you mean by perpetual? It's a new word, right? Perpetual means you can tell eternal or the thing which is flowing and flowing. And stench, what do you mean by stench? It is just the bad smell. Okay. Now, dear cadets, in the last line, its water is polluted and a perpetual stench fills the air around it. There is a silly mistake that I want to know from you. Where's that mistake lying? I want to test you, and that's why intentionally this has been made. But that is not what it is like before. The Buriganga was not like it before, right? The report says that the river had a glorious past. Once it was a tributary of the mighty Ganges, that is in Bangla, Ganga, and flowed into the Bay of Bengal through the river Dhaleshwari. Gradually, it lost its link with the Ganges and got the name Buriganga. Okay, if you just divide the name into two parts, that is Buri means old, Ganga means Ganga, that is Ganges, that is the old Ganga. Okay. The Mughals marveled at the tide level of the Buriganga and founded their capital Jahangirnagar on its banks in 1610. Okay, founded. What's the meaning of found? Found means to establish, and at the same time found is the past form and the past participle form of the term find, F-I-N-D, find. Okay, and when found is a base form of the verb, then the past form and the past participle form of this verb will be founded and founded, same. Okay, now the rivers supplied drinking water and supported trade and commerce. So you see, once upon a time, what the role the Buriganga, that is the Ganga, played to our economy. Jahangirnagar was renamed Dhaka, which grew into a heavily populated city with a chronic shortage of space. The city paid back the bounty of the river by sucking life out of it. Okay, what do you mean by bounty? This is a very, what should I say? A smart term, bounty. Bounty means generosity. Okay, so the river paid us bounty, but what did we do to it? Which return? What return did we give it to it? We, the people, made city, made just bullshit and garbage out of the city and threw all the garbages into the river. So, like the ungrateful people, we just destroyed the river which gave us life. According to newspaper report, the Buriganga is dying because of pollution. Okay, it's quite natural. Huge quantities of toxic chemicals and waste from mills and factories, hospitals and clinics, and households and other establishments are dumped into the river every day. You see, all the garbages, all the waste products are dumped into the river. There is just no processing, just the raw waste products are thrown into it. The city of Dhaka discharges about 4,500 tons of solid waste every day. Just think about it. How much waste materials are being thrown every day into this river. And most of it is directly released into the Buriganga. That is, without any processing, these are thrown into the river. According to the Department of the Environment, that is DOE, 20,000 tons of tannery waste, including some highly toxic materials, are released into the river every day. Dear cadets, you all know that the tannery which was by the river Buriganga has been shifted to Savur, but it is quite ironical, it is quite sad that people do the same thing. They throw the unprocessed garbages into the river. Experts identified 9 industrial areas in and around the capital city as the primary sources of river pollution. They are Tongi, Tejgaon, Hazaribagh, Tarabo, Narayanganj, Savur, Gazipur, Dhaka Export Processing Zone, and Ghorashal. The river would need a monstrous stomach to digest all the wastes mentioned above. There is a limit up to which it can put up with its cruel and thoughtless treatment. You know, dear cadets, there is a limitation in everything. You cannot think that river has, what should I say? River can grasp everything, can devour everything. No, this cannot. Rivers cannot do it. It has also its limitation. We should remember it. We, the humans, have successfully killed one of our rivers. There are other rivers in the country that are being subjected to similar thoughtless treatment. Unless we take care of our rivers, there may come a time when we will cry, water, water, and find it nowhere. Dear all, this was a passage on the dying river of our country, that is on the Buriganga. Now, you have some homework that you need to practice at home. You will write down the synonyms of the following words. And I have already written those so that you don't have to find them. And you must memorize them, okay? You will use them at your home while speaking with your siblings and parents, especially with your siblings, because they will be able to learn something from you. And it's your duty to teach them the new things which you have learned. So now see the synonyms of ballad. They are poem, song, narrative, folk song. Then harrowing. Harrowing is a new term, right? The synonyms are disturbing, this is known to you, upsetting, known to you, traumatic. Traumatic is a modern term. We all are traumatized sometimes, right? We all suffer from depression. So this harrowing has a synonym traumatic. Then distressing, tormenting, vexing. Vexing is the main synonym of disturbing and upsetting. Then dreadful, worrying. Okay. Next, polluted, a common term. Contaminated, known to you, dirty, known to you, poisoned, adulterated, unhygienic, all are known to you. Only the last term, infested, is a new one. So from now onward, you will be able to use the term infested in your life. Okay. Instead of telling polluted, you can tell infested. Perpetual. You see, continuous, everlasting, unending, uninterrupted, permanent, eternal. In Bangla, we can tell the meaning of perpetual as bohoman. Strange, that is a bad smell. Synonyms are stink, pong, reek. Then marvel. The term marvel is a bit new, but marvelous is common. Okay, marvel is noun, whereas marvelous is the adjective of this very term. So the synonyms of marvel can be wonder, genius. Okay. Next, your question pattern. There are many question patterns that may come from this passage. I have given only one for you in order to practice at your home. You will write down a paragraph on the dying rivers of Bangladesh. Thank you very much, dear cadets, for listening to the lecture with having patience. I know you all can keep enough patience as you are cadets, and I hope that you must be staying fine with your family and relatives as your friends are away from you. And I wish your safe return. So before coming to your college, you must keep yourself safe and sound. Please do not go outside. We cannot see you for a very, very long time. So we wish that we will see you very soon. Do not go outside. Even you have to go outside, please use your mask and hand gloves. Please wash your hands frequently with hand sanitizer so that no germs can attack you. Be cautious yourselves and make your parents and siblings cautious. This is your duty. This is your responsibility. Okay, so stay fine, stay safe. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.